Hi, Mr. and Mrs. Conkright. I'm really excited to be meeting with you today and to talk about your lovely boy, David. Now, looking at David's scores in regards to language arts, I see that his score is a 1980, where the highest score you can get is a 2400. That means he's at a level 3, and the highest level you can get is a level 5. David is really good with comprehending fiction books, being able to understand what he has read in those texts. He's also really great with his listening skills and things like that. Now, looking ahead, I would really like to see his score at a 2000 to a 2400, which are levels 4 and level 5. Now those levels kind of tell us that he is fully prepared for 6th grade. While David is really great at comprehending fiction texts, he has not fully grasped nonfiction texts when it comes to understanding the material there. Also, when I will have a writing prompt on the board, he struggles with connecting evidence from the text to the writing prompt and writing that down. I think he has really great potential to increase his level, but we're not there yet. Now, looking at math, David has an overall score of 2050. He is a level 4, which is great. That is, we obviously want to push them to be higher than that, but that tells us that he could be ready to go to 6th grade with the math, his current knowledge of math right now. He has not yet mastered reasoning with algebra or reasoning with geometry, but I have no problem that he will get there eventually. He is great with problem solving, reasoning with statistics and numbers, and he's great with decimals and hundredths place values, which are really tricky for really any 5th grader. It's just a hard thing to grasp. He can add and subtract along with knowing when to multiply and divide, which is a good point to mention because that means he can read a prompt and know, oh, well, I have to multiply here. To be in the 6th grade, we like to see them kind of know more about volume, but he does struggle a little bit with that, but you should not be super worried about it. But I would like to push him to get him to be farther with understanding volume more, just because I want to constantly keep challenging David to get higher and more knowledge. Specifically, he has trouble finding the volume of a right rectangular prism. That's just a specific shape, but he does have difficulty with volume in itself. Something to note is that over the years, David has had great performance levels with math in grades 3rd, 4th, and now he's fine, but we want to push him to get higher in there. He has scored better than 52% of the other students in the state that are at grade level 5, so you should be really proud of him for that. Now that I have kind of mentioned to you what he needs to improve on, I kind of would like to discuss with you a game plan to get him to where we want him to be. So in regards to language arts, I would like to have nonfiction texts and have him kind of write down some things he grasps from the nonfiction text to see if he can increase his comprehension there. With writing prompts, I kind of want him to collaborate with his peers on that one because maybe the way I'm explaining is not connecting, but maybe the way his peers discuss it will get him, he'll say, oh, like a light bulb, that might click for him. Just to test trial and error there. Understanding standard English was something to mention, but I think any student has trouble with this. English is a very hard language, but I would like to push him to maybe read his papers out loud to himself and say, oh, that word doesn't go there. Maybe we can change a word out and it'll make more sense. With math, since his more issue is with volume, I would like to have a visual in the room of volume, and so maybe he can see the formula and connect to what he needs to do with the problem itself. but I also would like to include more formative assessments, kind of like check-ins of volume questions that I am asking him to solve, and I will get an automatic response on my computer, and I can quickly see if I can see what his thought process was with finding volume with a certain shape. This is not a huge concern, but this is just something that I just want to keep challenging your child and to get him higher up to see that he has progressed throughout the year. But it has been a pleasure teaching him, and I cannot wait to see where he winds up in the future. But if you have any questions at all, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. Thank you.